Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Danganronpa Part 7. In the previous video, I'm trying to remember the specifics. Chickadee got murdered? That was, not really surprising. I just didn't expect it to happen quite so soon. I don't really remember. It's been several days since I last played this, just because I usually don't record on the weekends. So it's been about 4 or 5 days. Oh yeah, we were in the middle of learning about how trials work.
The hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that?
Huh? What the?
A class trial, what the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Aren't we already in a deep, dark, scary prison? Say whatever you want, I'm not going to be a part of this.
I don't believe it!
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want, it's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing before me. I'm trembling with fear.
Shing!
But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then, he exploded. Okay?
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Kinda.
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed! You violated a school regulation! I invoke the mighty summon spell! Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyer!
You think he actually has that? Okay. I definitely didn't expect that.
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. Fuck, dude.
No way!
So, ooh. I don't... this can't be real.
Well now.
Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from propping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all need to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Okay, no running in the halls, got it. Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I had ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. She went and died. It's nowhere remarkable the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
You've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters now. I have something I'd like to give to you to help you search for the Black and... I mean, you just killed someone. Can't we just say we solved your murder? The murder you just did? This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it...
The Monokuma file!
Take it away. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then...
Do you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well?
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, he didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Yeah, dude, we can't... I don't know. I'm both equal parts extremely suspicious of Mystery Girl, but also I feel like she's our key out of here. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words...
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not to trust is of course up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just so... How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right, we need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do it. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were just using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. Terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I'd never be able to accept her death. Why? Don't have any choice. I have to do this. Okay. It was you. We already know it was you. Now we just need to figure out how to prove it. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution.
What the heck?
That's what this ridiculous school regulation said? That's so stupid. School regulations aren't stupid, idiot.
Are you serious?
So we're really gonna try and find out who did it?
Oh.
So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right. Then could it be... All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Touched her wrist for a check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but... She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that.
Huh?
Huh? Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead, then that means...
What?
That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real?
Let me out of here!
Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? What's up, Mondo, good buddy, old pal?
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw that piece of shit bear. Well, I feel the sentiment.
Let me out of here!
Okay, so now this dude's high on the suspicion list now for, like, you know, assuming we make it through this trial. He's definitely cracked. He's in Stab City. He's ready to stab. Can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Ifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. Who's the last one? Toko? She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. I mean, what am I doing here, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Oh, we haven't talked to Mystery Girl yet.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. Well, how do we choose who gets to be guard? Because what if the guard is the killer? I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let but I mean, while I do think it's dude, where's the...
what?
Why is it an auto? How do I see the what you call it? The log. What's his name again? Bayakua. Bayakua? Let's just call him Togami from now until I actually remember. I'll have to go back to the first video and learn how to say his name. So we'll just call him Togami for now. But like, while I do think it's Togami, you know, it could have been Mondo. I don't know.
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? If I volunteer for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the... Oh god, I'm agreeing with him. Fuck you!
So then...
Fine, then I'll stay on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them? With their stance, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Well, that doesn't... I mean, what if it was two people that killed Sayaka?
so then.
I guess that would probably violate the rule of not being caught, though. I don't really know how it works with, like what type of situation would work out if, like, two people murdered one person. We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong...
So...
Well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually...
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone, pray for good luck. That Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. Just like that, just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? Better head to the scene of the crime. That's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whatever son of a bitch did this is right here, right now, and you're thinking about destroying that evidence.
You're fucking
You
dead.
better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave your goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
so,
We're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very suspicious.
Incorrect. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. I mean, I'm not saying the thought hasn't crossed our mind. We could just get one of those spears real quick.
So,
I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it... I mean, you know, just because she's a little annoying doesn't mean she deserves to die. That's true. We may as well at least check it just to check. Even if we wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Lady, there's fucking blood everywhere, dude.
Oh yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. It was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their party looks at me, it's still been filled with suspicion. So we are suspect numero uno. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Bzz, bzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
I do like the delivery of paper plane in a hurricane. Can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Okay, should be easy, right? So how does this work? Look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. Time of death was estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. Okay. So a fractured wrist, maybe like a struggle while trying to stab? We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. So I'm gonna have to find out the truth. So that we can all survive. And for Sayaka. I have to find out how she was killed. Nice. Aren't you gonna help investigate, Chihiro? I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her.
Help me!
Yeah, that man is cracked. He is murdering someone pretty soon. Got anything new to say, Junko? No? Alright, how do I get out of here? We gotta investigate. We should probably go ahead and make a save real quick, just in case, I don't know, we like mess up or something and die. I don't really know exactly how this is gonna work. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. One second, I gotta respond to this. Alright. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Okay, so we got our key. If I remember correctly, we have to trade keys. So the fact that we have her key on her does support the key trading theory. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get in the room in the first place? I mean, did she open the door? Sayaka forgotten to lock the door? That seems impossible. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and maybe someone else grabbed it, or... It's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. How did the killer... Switching rooms have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. What are truth bullets? View evidence and witness accounts you've made a record of. Okay. Been taken out of its sheath. This is actually like the blade. I hadn't actually looked at the blade till now. I'd be surprised if it's coat. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. Top of that, it's come off on parts, so that means it was definitely handled. I mean, that thing looks like a piece of shit, so I'm pretty sure if it was actually swung around, it would probably ship everywhere. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Ooh. That means, well, They would have, if the killer had it, they would have probably washed their hands, but we could check Sayaka's hands. Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little? No notepad? No, Togami killed me? They don't do anything to stop what's happening. They just keep on watching. This is the replica sword I bought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? Okay, scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. So maybe she was using the sword to defend themselves at first? Like, while trying to get it out of the sheath? A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of a fight. Why are there scratches on the sheath? Okay. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I'll follow your lead. I see. Where's our trash can? Trash can is not something we can interact with. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. They're soundproofed, remember? So something could happen in the room right next to you and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this is another one of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Okay. I guess that's the same thing.
Well.
Ah, god dang it. So let's not just mash the confirm button. Nope, don't wanna leave. Actually, I was just trying to get through the dialogue. I mean, everything's all scratched up, dude. What the hell happened here? Got our T-Vizzle. Anything else over there? What's the... that other thing that's... oh, that's what the sword was on. Okay, anything else? I think it's just, the bathroom now. Hey, Kyoko. Quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious?
yeah, obviously you're, you know.
No, not really. I'm searching.
Are you?
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my
Did you
room.
lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No. Oh, maybe that's what the lint roller was used for, to clean up any, well, no, because, I mean, why would you leave all the scratches and stuff? But I guess maybe, like, hair? Maybe? Nodding, she glanced through my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. And now that you mentioned, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. The room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. That or we're lying. That's also an option. And we're not lying, but you don't know that.
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Okay. So let's go into the bath rizzle. I should look around here first. What? What are you talking about? What are we missing? Oh, the drawer. The cool toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. Can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo,
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
Ain't exactly in the mood to be
What?
building fucking furniture, right? You haven't used yours either?
What?
Not just me. Nobody's
What?
busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? I mean, well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. They could just be lying, but we could go check, I guess. But is there anything, like, sharp and stabby in there? I mean, there's a screwdriver, but we could pretty easily confirm what type of cut wound she's got. And we can see a knife in her chest, so we know it was a knife. I couldn't quite remember exactly, Can't let it get to me. Can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She lost everything that made her her. It's kind of like that blood behind her. Is that like words? That doesn't look natural. That looks like letters. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to figure out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. There I saw it. It looks like 73011. Or it could be LEO. Written in blood with the numbers 11037. Oh yeah, it could just... for some reason I was thinking it was backwards. But yeah, those are actually just written normally. Sayaka do this? Couldn't face what... I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's not the time to think like that. Pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. I mean, it could have come from the kitchen, maybe? I mean, it looks like a kitchen knife. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Gold coating. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. I mean, that doesn't really tell us that much, but there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. We just know that she used the sword, so there was a struggle. And it's all swollen. There's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is some blood in her left index finger, but that's it. So she maybe, I guess, drew that? Because, I mean, you can't realistically expect that stab wound to kill you instantly. It's not like it's in her heart. Palms of both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger... Sayaka's wrist has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how could her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? Very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The attacker killed Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in her bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. But, okay. That's... It's just repeating. Is there like a way to skip text really quickly? I mean, there's auto, but... I'm hitting all the buttons, basically. Okay, so if you hold it, you hold back. I mean, what else? Wait, I'm not trying to click on that. I mean, are we done here? Anything? Ah, there we go. The water for the shower gets turned off at nighttime. Thing in the toilet? I don't know what I'm missing here. Oh, that's still the same. I thought maybe that was something different. I mean, are we done here? I don't see anything else to investigate.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. What do you mean by dying message?
So...
Something the victim writes right before they die is usually a way to tell people who killed them. But generally, whoever writes it doesn't make it totally obvious. They'll either write it down somewhere the killer wouldn't notice or write it out in a code or something. Wow, it's pretty incredible.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of Ellery Clean? Who?
Whew.
Never mind. What else you got to say? What about the bloody numbers? I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life herself.
Right.
Are you often taught like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes you think she wanted to use her body to block them. She wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her. It means she must have wrote them by turning her hand toward the wall. Okay, so I'm thinking. So are they actually maybe backwards?
Well...
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. So, I mean, I'm just thinking. So, you're up against the wall. For the... I keep forgetting how to access the log. So how does she phrase it? So, she wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. I feel like I'm being dumb here, and this is something obvious. I mean, I don't know. I feel like unless... Maybe it's just supposed to be like you do it in the reverse order, so it's 73011. Or if it's upside down? Oh! Leon! Leon! It was fucking Leon! You can... Yeah, because there's like a little tiny... It looks like an N. Like the little swash for the N, but it's like kind of gone. But honestly, I have no idea. I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who's better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
You know another thing I wanted to ask you about. You know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
It's stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame. So yeah, like a normal... Someone else wouldn't know that, right? Because only Sayaka knew about our door being messed up. But I mean, she could have just had the door open from being in there earlier.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? Actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? We'll try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. Did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob? Oh yeah, what the heck? Doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Huh. So... That's... weird. Whoever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What, it was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing? My bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? I stood there for a while, lost in thought. And apparently with a sudden realize, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
And that clears that up. What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
See you later. I mean, the fact that she wrote Leon is pretty fucking sus. I mean, to the point that it's like, do we need more evidence than that? I don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start by looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. They're dead. I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that deep video. On top of that, I'm sure that there are other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what... I mean, granted, now that I think about it, technically... I mean, I guess the killer could have actually wrote Leon... So we can't 100% assume that's a... Like, that's a smoking gun, right? Because the killer could have, like, used her hand, like, to write Leon there. And honestly, the fact that they thought about it enough to, like, write it backwards like that, that sounds like some smart shit. Sounds like fucking Togami. That piece of shit. Let me see, like, I'm not crazy, right? Like, that definitely says Leon. It's Leon, and then you can see the little, where it, like, it's trying to form an N. There you are, you little fuck.
Very strange.
Why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? That doesn't even make any sense. You got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. Like, why would... What? He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even though what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? No, you're responsible for her death because you're a piece of shit. After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? Well, you don't know that. The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switched rooms. Now, you know something just kind of... I don't know why this didn't occur to me earlier. I mean, if no one else knew that we switched rooms, wouldn't that mean they were actually here to kill us? And it should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. Yeah, because you're a piece of shit and you probably want to kill us because you're a fucking hater. That's really true, then I'm on to you, sir. I may be tiny and can't look up to you, but, you know... we may be exactly eye level with your crotch, but don't underestimate us. Can I bust in? Can I give you permission to do that? Get your hand off the door. Yeah, see? You don't want us to go in there because you know it's chock full of fucking evidence. Dude, I'm on to you, piece of shit. Also, your name is on the wall, by the way.
Seems like...
Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. Can't stop thinking about it. Could be the nameplate? The nameplate? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. Wait, what? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. The nameplates of my room and Sayaka's were switched? All that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless? But why would anyone do that? Okay, so maybe they were there to kill Sayaka after all? I'm on to you.
Very strange.
Okay, so we can't... I thought maybe we could bring up the fact that the nameplates were switched. That he's a fucking liar. I don't trust that dude. So it said something about the murder weapon. I mean, it looked like a kitchen knife. We should probably also cut things off here. Yeah, this is a good stopping point. I don't know if I should do another video or not. I kind of only intended to record one, but I'm kind of getting into it. I probably got enough time to do one more. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.